to answer your questions because we know that they're going to come up. We have our behind the scenes director here, who will remain anonymous for now, fielding those questions. So at the end, she will be, sharing those questions with Allie and I, and we'll be able to jump in and answer those. Obviously, after this webinar, we want to strongly encourage you to reach out to your rep or whoever else you talk to at Forever Cheese to get more info on these products. But we want to leave a little bit of time in this webinar for you guys. So,
yeah.
You want to, well, actually, yeah.
You want to kick things off?
Yeah, sure.
With the Piri Piri?
So let's talk about the Piri Piri cocktail. This is a brand new product. We've really been working on this thing for a while. I'm going to get a little close-up shot here. We've been working on this for a while. There's been a lot of anticipation. If you've been at some of the food shows this year, you might have tried it. This comes from a product that has been massively successful for us, which is the Spanish cocktail, which we created that product as sort of an homage to Spanish bar culture. You go into, Spanish wine bar and, you're sipping on some wine and you want kind of a salty little snack. So this combines a lot of different products that come out of Spain into one snack. And so in there, we've got peanuts, we got cashews, we got rice crisps.
Crisps.
You got it. Rice crisps. We got fava beans, dried fava beans, and we got that fried corn, the Kikos that everybody loves. So, this the Spanish cocktail and the Piri Piri, they're really, we're always trying to stay on trend with, what's big in food, and Whole Foods and some other sort of trends lists have come out and said that, one of the top categories for food trends this year is going to be international snacking. So we said, well, great. I mean, we have obviously some great international snacks. Let's zoom in on that. Let's look at our Spanish cocktail, and then let's sort of throw it for a loop a little bit. So there's this Piri Piri flavor. We'll talk about where that comes from. But in our sourcing, especially in Portugal, we discovered this flavor. So Allie's going to fill you in. You want to talk a little bit about the background of Piri Piri?
So if you're in Portugal, you'll often see a Piri Piri sauce on tables in restaurants or in homes. And if you're unfamiliar with the flavor, it's a chili pepper spice. The forward flavor is chili pepper. It's often mixed with some other herbs, some other spices, lemon, citrus, but it's that chili pepper that is the base of this flavor. Unlike a lot of foods on the global market today, the history of Piri Piri does have a complicated history. It has its roots in some imperialism and some global trade. So just to give you a little bit of background, the chili that is in the Piri Piri spice is called the bird's eye chili. It's originally from the Americas, like most chili peppers are. And actually through some Christopher Columbus voyages, which is fascinating, this pepper ended up in Portugal, although it didn't take. Also, some traders brought it down to Brazil, who ended up bringing it across the sea over to East Africa. The Portuguese did colonize parts of East Africa for some time in the 20th century. And during that time, this pepper really took flight. East Africans did cultivate their own pepper called the African bird's eye. And it's actually where the pepper or the spice got its name. Piri Piri does mean pepper in Swahili. And then during the Portuguese Empire, the government did motivate a lot of their citizens to go live in East Africa. During that time, a lot of food traditions were shared back and forth between the East African cultures and the Portuguese culture, and we ended up with the Piri Piri sauce that we know today. During the time that these colonies were fighting for their freedom, a lot of those Portuguese settlers ended up going back home to Portugal, bringing that sauce with them, and that's why we found it on tables today. The flavor itself is smoky. It's a little bit of spicy, but not too much heat. And at the end, there is some bright lemony flavors. And that is what led us to creating the flavor in our snack mix today.
Yeah, so to go over a little bit, this great story, Allie. Thank you for sharing that history. I think it's really fun. It's a flavor that is new. We want to focus on things that are unique that people want to try, has a little interest to it. In terms of formats, obviously you see we've got our big tub, the big boy over here, 3.5 kilogram tub. We have the mid-sized tub, the 750 gram tub, which we found has been really good for, food service, some other use cases. And then finally,
just snacking on your desk for your own personal stash.
Yeah, I think any of us at Forever Cheese who have had this could blow through one of these 750-gram tubs pretty quickly.
Yep.
And then finally, of course, we have the mini tubs, which we're going to talk about with the Marconas as well. 3.53 ounce. These come in a 6 per case. This guy, and then this one comes in a 12 per case. So these are available now. These are in stock. They're in the warehouse just on the other side of the door from our studio here. So we'll also be sampling these in January. If you're attending the Winter Fancy Food Show in Las Vegas, we're going to have these really giving out a lot of these.
Yeah.
Timing wise, if you're like, like how can I sell this thing? Well, Super Bowl coming up beginning of the year. So this is great for that Super Bowl watch party. I mean, something we really like about the Piri Piri cocktail is that it takes this mass appeal flavor. Like we've talked about, like it kind of has this like barbecue Fritos or like barbecue potato chips, like Lay's or something like that. But again, we're trying to elevate that. We're looking for something that's like a little fancier. We like to say we can sort of dress it up or dress it down. So I think it's something that, again, it's going to be an accessible flavor, but also something that's a little bit elevated.
Yeah. And I would say if you've tried this Piri Piri cocktail at any of our food shows before, I would encourage you to try it again with the samples you have or at the Winter Fancy Food Show. We've worked tirelessly. We've had several different renditions of this, and I really think we've nailed the flavor with this final product we're bringing to market. But to give you guys a couple of pairing ideas, because personally that's my favorite part of this job, we have a cheese and a beverage pairing. We have paired it today with our Naked Goat, which is a young, mild goat's milk cheese. We picked a mild and milky cheese so that it wouldn't interfere too much with the smoky flavor of the Piri Piri cocktail. But honestly, we were talking earlier and we thought it might be fun to pair it with a smoked cheese, something like our Smoke and Goat or the Alicios to do a like with like pairing, or maybe like a fresh sheep or goat's milk cheese as well, something that has that bright citrus flavor to pair with that lemon you get at the end. And then for a beverage pairing, just a pale ale, a light lager, something refreshing to wash it all down.
Yeah, we have an unnamed. We didn't want to give a free plug, so we've got an unnamed lager here, as you can see. I also wanted to just point out really quickly, if you haven't seen it already, the new branding on our goat line of cheeses. So obviously Drunken Goat, one of our more successful line of products. And we've taken that and sort of, we've spent tireless amount of time, including our anonymous director was part of that, and a lot of time to come up with designs that are I think really, really pop and are going to like stand out on the shelf. And so now we've blended that aesthetic through that whole line of goat's milk cheeses. So Naked Goat seemed like an appropriate one to talk about today to give a little highlight to that as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool. So that is the Piri Piri cocktail. And before we move on to the other products, I do want to point out this product, like many of our products, if you have an opportunity with this product, we're really motivated to help you guys sell it. And so we can do promotions. There's a lot we can do. In terms of the specifics, I'm not going to tell you right now, but I am going to tell you to go reach out to your sales rep. Or, you can always email me, msadler@forevercheese.com.
Or me, Avogt, a little bit harder to spell, but A-V-O-G-T.
1D in Sadler. And you can just reach out to us or your sales rep and talk about, how we can help you promote this, because we're excited about the product and we think it's going to do really well. Yeah. Cool. So that is the new product, but let's talk about old made new.
Old made new. So these are our Marcona Minitubs. The story of Marcona almonds and Forever Cheese is a long one and one that is very near and dear to our hearts. We were the first importer to bring Marcona almonds in this fried and salted form to the States. Prior to that, you could find them roasted and salted. They were drier. They weren't as flavorful. And in addition to the fried preparation being the traditional preparation in Spain, and also, let's be honest, the more delicious preparation, it's also better for the almond. Marcona almonds are quite delicate, and when you roast them, they can fall to pieces. So with this fried format, we were able to bring whole pieces of Marconas to the States. That whole Marcona almond is key to us. We calibrate all of our Marcona almond products so that we're only serving whole almonds in all of our products. You'll very rarely see pieces or halves. There's actually very little regulation as to how Marcona almonds are sold. So it's our relationships, our personal relationships with our producers that allows us to ensure we're bringing this quality that we're known for. The Marcona almond itself is it's higher in moisture. That's what I want to say
Yeah.
than a typical almond I think you would regularly see on the American market. It's not bitter at all. It's much sweeter, excuse me. And
Yeah,
where
it's
am
got
I?
that. Yeah, I mean, it's got that really rich like oil content.
Rich. That's the
You
word
know
I
what
was
I
looking
mean?
for.
It's not dry, and as Ali said, I really think you can throw our Marconas down on a table with some other Marconas, and people are always like, well, I can get Marconas. But I think throw them down on a table, you're gonna see all these full nuts. They're all, intact and there's a really high quality.
Yeah.
You can really only see that when you do that side by side comparison, but it's really important to us, and it's the way that we choose our Marconas.
Yeah, and these
Um,
three flavors we've offered for a long time in a couple of other formats. They are some of our favorite flavors internally, the spicy, the Marcona with skin, and the lemon pepper. But we wanted to bring them into this mini tub format so they could align with the mini tubs that sell very well for a lot of our customers. These are all available in the 12 4-ounce mini tubs. They're all available now. You could put them on your POs today if you wanted to,
and you should.
and you should.
These are the perfect size for a cheese board. That's what we love about the mini tubs. You can just throw that on there as is, or you can dump it on there. It's the right amount. Yeah, 12 4-ounce containers come in that case. Just so we leave enough time for questions, we're going to go through some quick pairings with these guys, but, feature some of our cheeses. The lemon pepper, starting out, we're going to really focus on, yes, I see we're panning over. And
Beauty
so we've
shot.
got the lemon pepper. We really think goes great with the Leonora. If you're familiar with Leonora, then my guess is you love Leonora because it's really amazing. This sort of creamy, bloomy cheese from Spain.
Yeah, it's got really bright citrusy flavors
Sure.
like a lot of other goat's milk cheeses, which is why we wanted to pair it with the lemon pepper. It's lemon lemon. We thought it would be really great with, okay, this is with a martini with a twist. So you have lemon, 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 or as I like to say, my version of girl dinner.
There you go. So then for the spicy ones, we wanted to take that big flavor of the spicy, pair it with something really robust. So we got our Old Witch, the elder of our witches. This is our aged Alpine cheese, raw cow's milk. We think this one would also go great with a nice lager, or something that's even I think even an ale, those big flavors, or something really light and refreshing, like we're talking about like even like having a Corona, with those spicy flavors, having that sort of smooth finish on that.
Yeah. And then the last one that we have today is a pairing of the Marcona almonds with skin and the Capriolina. This could also just be called Allie's favorites because this is my favorite version of the Marcona almonds and also one of my favorite cheeses that we carry. And to pair with that, we picked a Pinot Grigio or really any other high acidity white wine, which is going to cut nicely through the fatty richness of the cheese and the fatty richness of the Marcona almond.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, a lot of information, not a lot of time, but I think we covered the big things.
Yeah.
So we're going to toss it over to you guys. And if there are any questions, we will take them now.
Someone asked if we're going to be recording this, which we are, and
Yes. Oh, we're going to be posting this to our YouTube channel. That's another plug we can make. I believe we're Forever Cheese Co. on YouTube, similar to our other social media handles. We post a lot of really great information up there, some product spotlights, some pairing videos. You can always find us there.
You're probably going to see Allie and I doing some other fun stuff on there as
Yeah,
well.
absolutely.
So great question. This will be recorded and it will be, we can share it out.
and
100%.
We do. Yeah.
We do. Yeah, sorry. I'll repeat the questions too. Yes, we do have a sell sheet for these products. And just, not hit us up. We'll send it out.
Yeah.
Yep. Sure.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
going to try to post that. I don't know if you guys caught that, but we're going to post that sell sheet here. But if not, reach out to your sales reps or any of us here at Forever Cheese.
Yeah.
Hi, Melissa. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah. The question was, can we get these in Canada? Let's just say you can get them anywhere. How about that?
As soon as we work on Canadian labeling regulation.
Yes, which is very easy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
We got some compliments. Piri Piri is excellent, great balance of flavors, not too spicy from Robin.
Oh, nice.
Thank you, Robin. We agree. It's got a great balance of flavors. And yeah, it's got that heat, but it's not too spicy.
Yeah, I mean, one thing, it's sort of we equate sometimes sort of these Latin flavors as being super spicy, but it's a little bit not that accurate. Like Spain, when they go for spice, it's not like sort of Mexican or sort of Latin American spice. It's more actually like spicy, not hot spicy. More spice
Full
oriented.
flavored,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Do you offer them?
Sure.
Yeah.
One more time, we've got the.
Ooh.
That's fine. Naked goats falling. These are the two bulk sizes. This is a 750-gram tub, small tub, and then
This is 3.5 kilos.
So for packing out, for food service, these are good options.
And these mini tub SKUs do come in bulk. We've had them for a while, but yes, they do come in bulk.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, do they come with repack labels?
They do come with repack
They sure
labels.
do.
Excellent question. And if you ever need more, reach out to us and we'll send them to you.
I have them.
Oh, Mike's going to show us the repack labels.
The most exciting part of this presentation, repack labels.
And he pulled it out of the case that this came out of. So we can promise you the repack labels are there.
They exist. Okay.
Last one, will you be doing webinars monthly or quarterly? Every other month.
Every other month right now, we're looking at doing a webinar every other month, highlighting some of our new products, some of our favorite products. If you guys have any requests for products you would like to see on a webinar, let us know. We're happy to try and accommodate.
Yeah, as we were saying earlier, this is really our opportunity to showcase and spotlight the hard work that happens behind the scenes here. We are curators of great food and we are foragers for really awesome products. And as we really bring a lot of focus to these products, we want to be successful with you guys and we know that one of the best ways to do that is to introduce new stuff. But as we're introducing new stuff, we want to help you understand why it's exciting for us. And then we're hoping that that translates to you guys.
Yeah, and we are going to be doing these curated webinars, but also this is a studio space we have right here in our warehouse. And should any of you ever want specific product trainings for you or your team or specific products you'd like to highlight, we're happy to set that up with one of your sales reps or one of us if you would like that as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, we really encourage you guys to use us as an educational resource, use us as a selling resource.
Yeah.
We're really passionate. I think it's the reason that we're all here. So we want to be able to share that and get your customers and everybody around you on board with this stuff. So
yeah. Anything else?
You have maybe say if there are more questions, you can email us customer support at forevercheese.com.
Sure.
Great. So we're about to wrap this up, but if anyone has any other questions, you can email us at customersupport@forevercheese.com or again, directly to any of your reps that you are already in contact with. We're happy to answer everything we can.
Yeah. So thank you guys so much for joining us today. I know it's a busy season. It's sometimes hard to even find a little 30-minute window to squeeze out, but hopefully this is one that you are a little bit excited about. I know that we have been, as we've been scrambling around during Q4, to be able to get on the camera and share this with you guys.
Yeah. So I wish you all a peaceful and wrinkle-free end of Q4.
Have
Thanks
fun
for
out there,
joining
guys,
us.
and happy holidays. Talk to you soon.